Hello students, so we are learning lesson number 2, life processes in living organisms. So before this we have studied different life processes. In that respiration we have studied, production of the energy, ATP molecule we have studied. After that carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, water, fibers, all these nutrients we have studied. Now next life process we are going to learn, and that next life process is there, and that important life process is there, and it is also essential. Essential means most important, necessary. So cell division is there, which is the next life process is there, cell division. So cell division is important topic, and in this we are going to learn different concept, how that, what are the types of the cell division, mitosis is there, meiosis is there, and what are the stages of mitosis, what are the stages of meiosis, that one we are going to learn. But before that one question is there, and that question is there, can you tell? So in that can you tell, there are 4 or 5 questions are there. That questions first we will take. So first question is there, what happens to the cells of injured tissue? So whenever we are getting the injury, at that time that superficial cells or outermost cell tissues, they get injured, and after injury whatever cells are there, that cells are becoming unable to function well. So they are not functioning regularly, they are unable to function as a regular manner. So blood capillaries which are present at that site of the injury, so these blood capillaries get ruptured, and after rupturing they are causing irritation there, and because of that we are feeling pain. So what happens to the cells injured, cells of the injured tissues? So these cells, they will not function well, they are not functioning regularly, and so these are not working properly. Second question is there, whether new cells are formed during the healing of wounds. So in case of second question, when any injury, any wound takes place, at that time that new cells are produced where that injury is there, in that injury or nearby that injury, surrounding cells which are surrounding that particular wound, so that cells are dividing rapidly. Dividation means they are producing new cells. So around that wound new cells are produced rapidly, and because of that rapid division of the cell, rapid production of the cell, that wound get healed earlier. So what is the question? Whether new cells are formed during the wound healing. So question answer is there, yes. So cells are formed by the cell division. Third question is there, plants get injured, whether plants get injured when we are plucking the flowers. And another sub question is there, how wounds in the plants are healed. So according to first question is there, what is the first question? Whether plants get injured when we are plucking the flower. So yes, plants also get injured because they are also having sensation, that's why they are getting injured. And the next thing is there, how these plants, their wounds are healed. So that wound healing takes place in the plants due to the cell division. So in plants also new cells are produced due to the cell division, and their wounds also get healed. So fourth question is there, so how does growth of the living organisms occur, and does cells increase, and how? So how the growth of the living organisms occurs? Again, does new cells are number of cells are increasing, and how they are increasing? So whenever any living organism is there, its important characteristic is the growth. Characters of the living organism we have seen, growth is there. So these living organisms are growing, but how they are growing? In their body new cells are produced, and that new cells are helping for the growth of the body. And how these cells are produced? These cells are produced due to the cell division. And growth of the body is related to the mitosis. Mitosis, body cells are produced. Body cells are produced. So, and the last question is there, and that one is the fifth question. And what is the question? How individuals of the species are formed from the existing one. So how new organisms are produced? How new organisms are produced of the same species? So we are knowing important characteristics of the living organisms is reproduction. So whatever new organisms are there, these new organisms are produced. These new organisms are produced due to the reproduction. And there are two types of reproduction. One is their asexual reproduction, another one is their sexual type of the reproduction. So in the asexual reproduction, mitosis occurs. That new organisms are produced due to the mitosis, mitotic type of the cell division. And in case of the sexual reproduction, meiosis occurs. That germ cells or reproductive cells are dividing, and because of that gametes are produced, and from that after fusion of gamete new organisms are produced. So 5 questions we have studied in case of the can you tell. And another thing is there, today's concept is there, and that one we are going to that concept is there, cell division. So what is cell division? New cells are produced from the original cells, from the existing cells. So that is cell division. In that it is important characteristics of the living organisms and important property of the cell, and from that cell new cells are produced. Second thing is there, due to cell division new organisms are produced, growth of the organism takes place, and injured cell and emaciated body is restored. So due to cell division is having many advantages, and in that first advantage is there, new organisms are produced due to the cell division. Second thing is there, growth of the organism takes place, injured and emaciated body or emaciated body is restored. So there are mainly two types of the cell division. There are mainly two types of the cell division. Which are these two types? First one is their mitosis, second one is their meiosis. First one is their mitosis, second one is their meiosis. And we should know, and already you have studied that what is meant by cell, which are the cell organelles, which cell organelles are present, and in that we have studied cell membrane is there, cytoplasm is there, Golgi complex is there, endoplasmic reticulum is there, again lysosomes are there, vacuoles are there. So in that again one more thing we have studied, nucleus is there, and in that nucleus nucleolus is there, chromosomes are there. These things we have studied. So already you are knowing about cell and cell organelles. So we are going to learning cell division, and in that first type of the cell division we are going to learn, and that type of the cell division is there, mitosis. But before that mitosis, one important thing we are going to learn in that cell division only. One question is there, and that question is there, can you recall? So one thing we have studied about chromosomes. Where chromosomes are present? Chromosomes are present in the nucleus, and these are the thread-like structures. So, and an important thing, chromosomes are visible during the cell division. Chromosomes are visible only during the cell division. So question is there, what is the shape of the chromosome, and name the figure. One figure is given, and in that you have to name that figure. So question is there, what is the shape of chromosome? What is the shape of the chromosome? And name the diagram. Name the diagram. So shape of the chromosome, in this shape of the chromosome is there rod like, you can say dumbbell shape also, and in that we have studied there are two types of the arms, upper arm is there, lower arms are there, and that chromosome is there dumbbell shape, or you can say rod shape, and it is also having two types of arms, P arm and Q arm, and a middle centromere is there, middle centromere is there. So, and these chromosomes, these are visible during the cell division only, and these chromosomes are called as they are helping for the carrying hereditary characters from one generation to next generation. So shape of the chromosome, suppose in the diagram on in the textbook one diagram is given. Suppose here centromere is there, another this arm, next thing is there, and suppose like this way. So, and this one is the chromosome. This arm is there. This arm is called as a P arm. This arm is called as a Q arm. And this one is called as a centromere. Centromere. And this one is there. What you can say? This one is there. DNA. DNA molecule is there. DNA molecule is there. So, and based on that particular shape, we have seen there are four types of the chromosome. Which four types of the chromosome? Types of chromosomes. Types of chromosomes. In that, first one is there metacentric. We have seen metacentric. In that shape is there English letter V. Shape is there English letter V. Second thing is there, second type is there submetacentric. Submetacentric. So in that shape is there English letter L. English letter L. Third type is there acrocentric. Acrocentric. And in that shape is there English letter Z, like that of the Z. And the fourth type is there, and that one is there telocentric. Telocentric, and shape is there English letter I. So these are the types of chromosomes, and chromosomes are visible during the cell division. And important thing is there, before any type of cell division, chromosomal number increases, or it increases in the nucleus. Okay, and it happens 2n. That means it is increasing. It happens double. So we have studied shape of the chromosome, and it is a rod-like shape is there. Rod-like shape. You can say dumbbell shape also. Dumbbell shape. Rod-like or dumbbell shape. So like this way diagram is there. So after this, we are going to learn types of the cell division. Types of the cell division. Next point is there types of the cell division, and in that first point is there mitosis. Cell division. In that types of cell division. Types of cell division. And in that first type is there mitosis. So this mitosis we are going to learn. So in case of the mitosis, that mitosis occurs in the body cell or somatic cells. Mitosis occurs into the stem cells or somatic cells. Somatic cells and stem cells. You can say body cells. And due to mitosis, growth of the organism takes place. Growth of the organism takes place. And that mitosis occurs in two stages. mitosis occurs in two stages, and that stages are there karyokinesis and cytokinesis. So what is mean by karyokinesis? So all these things we will learn. Mitosis, first important point is there, it occurs in somatic and stem cells, basic cells, somatic cells and stem cells. Second thing is there, it is diploid type of cell division, So chromosomal number is in the multiple of 2. So diploid, 2n condition is there. These chromosomes are not in a single, so they are in pair. So diploid type of the cell division. Again, this mitosis occurs in two stages. Mitosis occurs in two stages, and that two stages are there. First one is there karyokinesis, and second thing is there, second one is there cytokinesis. So mitosis occurs in two stages, and that one, first one is the karyokinesis, second one is the cytokinesis. And this karyokinesis, again it is having 4 stages. Karyokinesis are also having 4 stages are there. In that, which stages are there? First one is the prophase. Second one is the metaphase. Third one is the anaphase. Fourth one is the telophase. So, and cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. So these things we are going to learn, and this karyokinesis and cytokinesis we are going to learn in detail. So I would love this one, and I will show stages of that particular mitosis. Mitosis, in that mitosis, first step is there, or you can say first one is there karyokinesis, and it is having 4 steps in the karyokinesis. First one is there prophase. So what is prophase? So prophase is the initial phase. Prophase is the initial phase in the division of the cell in case of the mitosis. So in the prophase, which things takes place? So before that, okay, we'll see in case of the prophase, nuclear membrane is there. In that we are going to show only nucleus, and inside nucleus we are going to show chromosomes. So in the prophase, first we'll take diagram. Suppose, and in a cell division we are not showing all the cell organelles, we are just showing that cell membrane and a nucleus. We are just showing cell membrane and nucleus. And in this, here nucleolus is there, nucleolus. Then here nuclear membrane is there. Nuclear membrane. Again, chromosomes are there. Chromosomes are there. And these chromosomes are becoming thick. So these chromosomes are becoming thick. Right. So in this, nucleolus is there, nuclear membrane is there, and these chromosomes are there. These are the chromosomes. So in this, which changes take place? Suppose here centromere is there. Here centromere is there. So which changes takes place? This one is there. Centriole. Centriole. And centromere will be here. So this one is the centriole. So which changes takes place in the prophase? That one we have to see. First thing is there in the prophase, condensation of chromosome starts. Condensation of chromosome starts. So chromosomes get condensed. Condensation of chromosomes takes place. Chromosomes takes place. Second thing is there, chromosomes are becoming short, thick, and appears along with sister chromatid. Second one is there, chromosomes become short, thick, and appears along with sister chromatids. So what is meant by sister chromatids? Suppose chromosome initially thread-like, but in the prophase, before prophase, interphase is there. In the interphase, chromosomes are there thread-like, and these chromosomes in the prophase, they are becoming condensed. Condensation takes place, and because of that chromosomes are becoming, suppose these are becoming short, thick, they will become short and thick like this way, and they will appear along with sister chromatids. That means here will be centromere, and this upper arm and lower, these two are the sister chromatids. Sister chromatids. This one is also sister chromatid. That means upper part and lower part. These are the sister chromatids. So they are appearing along with sister chromatids. Third thing is there in case of the chromosomes, and they appear along with sister chromatid and a centriole duplicate. So whatever centriole is there, this centriole duplicates. That means from these two centrioles are produced, and that centrioles get duplicated, and here centriole is there and there also centriole, it get duplicated. That means two centrioles are formed, and these centrioles are moving towards the opposite pole. Suppose this from this centriole is formed, that centriole will move towards the another pole. So these centrioles, one is moving here and one is moving here. And another thing, third one is there, centriole duplicates. Centriole duplicates. That means another centriole is also formed and moves to opposite pole. Opposite poles. This side one pole is there, that side one pole is there, and it is moving towards the opposite poles. And the last one is there, nuclear membrane is there. Around that particular nucleus, one membrane is there, and that membrane is called as a nuclear membrane. Membrane which is present around the nucleus, it is called as nuclear membrane. So fourth point is there, nuclear membrane starts to disappear. nuclear membrane start to disappear. That means it will vanish. It will vanish. So which changes takes place in the prophase? In the prophase, condensation of chromosome takes place. Second thing is that chromosomes become short, they are becoming thick, and they are appearing along with sister chromatids. This one downside is also sister chromatid upper, and these two are called as sister chromatids. So these are appearing along with sister chromatids. Another thing is the centriole duplicates. Whatever centriole is present, two centrioles are formed, and these centrioles, one is moving upper pole and one is moving to the lower pole, opposite poles, and a nuclear membrane start to disappear, or it will disappear. Another second thing is there, second step is there. This one is the first step, prophase is there. Second step is there. In case of the second step, prophase. Second is the metaphase. So in this metaphase, firstly we will draw the diagram and then we will take points. So metaphase. In case of the metaphase, while showing, already I told, while showing cell division, just you have to show first one is the cell membrane, and then now inside the cell, in the prophase, nuclear membrane is disappeared. Now only in the cell we are going to show chromosomes. So here will be centriole. Centriole is there. Here also centriole is there. Another thing, in case of the chromosomes, so these chromosomes, are brought to the equatorial plane. So these chromosomes in the metaphase, equator is there, and at the equatorial plane, these chromosomes are brought to the equatorial plane in a line. Suppose like this way you are saying chromosomes. So chromosomes are coming to the equatorial plane. So which changes takes place in the metaphase? First change is there, nuclear membrane completely disappears. Nuclear membrane completely disappears. Here it starts to disappear and here completely disappears. Second point is there. In case of the second point, condensation of chromosome takes place and get completed and are clearly visible along with sister chromatids. So condensation of chromosomes get completed and they appear along with sister chromatids. Already I told what is meant by sister chromatids. And the third important point is there, all chromosomes are brought to the equatorial plane. All chromosomes are arranged to the equatorial plane. All chromosomes are arranged to the equatorial plane. All chromosomes are brought arranged to the equatorial plane. And the next important thing is there, from centrioles, spindle fibers, these are produced, or spindle fibers are produced from the centriole. Spindle fibers are formed between centrioles and centromeres. Centrioles and centromeres of the chromosome. So here centriole is there. Suppose here centriole. Centriole. Here will be equatorial plane. Equatorial plane. This one will be spindle fiber. SPINDLE fibers. Spindle fibers. So centriole is there and spindle fibers. But now in this fourth one is there, spindle fibers are produced between centriole and centromere. Where centromere is there? Middle of that particular chromosome. From centriole to centromere, that spindle fibers are produced from this side also, from that side also. So centrioles and centromeres, these are joined by the spindle fibers. So spindle fibers are produced between centrioles and centromeres of the chromosomes. So we have studied in the second step, in the mitosis second step is the metaphase, and in that metaphase which changes takes place. So that changes we are studying one more time. So nuclear membrane completely disappears. Second is condensation of chromosome get completed. And they appear along with sister chromatid. Third point is that all chromosomes are arranged to the equatorial plane. All are coming into the same plane, equatorial or middle plane. Fourth point is the spindle fibers are produced between centriole and centromere of the chromosomes. So these changes takes place in the metaphase. So in the last year or this year only, in the March exam, it was asked spindle fibers are produced in dash dash stage, and answer is there, metaphase, spindle fibers. So another thing is the next step we are going to learn, and that third step is the anaphase. So next in the karyokinesis, next step is the third step is the anaphase. Next phase is the anaphase. So firstly we will draw the diagram and then we will explain these points. So what happens, first thing we have to draw the diagram. In that nuclear membrane will be there. Again this side, this pole, centrioles are there. This side also centriole, and chromosomes here like this. So So in this step, this is the third step or third phase in the mitosis, and in this anaphase which changes takes place, that one will see. First thing is there, we are going to give names, chromosomes, and next then is the next thing is there, how these are moving apart. This one is the nuclear membrane, this one is the cell membrane, this one is the centriole, or you can say sister chromatids, being pulled to the centriole or to the poles. So in this stage which changes takes place, that one we have to learn. So in this first change is there, centromere splits and sister chromatids get separated. So whatever we have seen here, centromere, first thing is there, centromere of chromosome splits means breaks, and sister chromatids get separated. Second thing is there, separated sister chromatids, these are pulled. Separated sister chromatids are pulled towards the opposite poles. So suppose we will consider suppose one chromosome is there like this. So this one is there, it will get separated. One is separated here, one is separated there. So what happens? This one is sister chromatid, this one is sister chromatid. So after separation, this one is pulled to the upper pole and this one is pulled to the downward pole. So we are saying separated sister chromatids are pulled towards the opposite pole. So like this way splitting takes place. Suppose here chromosome is there and here centromere is there, and that centromere splits and the two sister chromatids get separated. After this, one is pulled towards the downward direction, one is pulled towards the upward direction. Again, sister chromatids are also called as the daughter chromatids, daughter chromosomes. Sister chromatids also called as daughter chromosomes. Fourth point is there. So in this, which change takes place? Chromosomes are full towards the opposite pole, and these chromosomes are looking like that of the bunch of bananas. So sister chromatids being pulled towards opposite poles looks like bunch of banana. And the last point is the fourth point. In case of the anaphases, okay, 4 points are there in that. Which points we have learned, that one will see. In case of the anaphase, first thing is the centromere of the chromosome splits. This centromere splits, so sister chromatids get separated. Separated sister chromatids are pulled towards the opposite poles. These are pulled towards the downward. It is pulled to this sister chromatid is pulled in upward direction, and the upward, that one is pulled towards the downward direction with the help of spindle fibers. Another thing is there. Sister chromatids are also called as the daughter chromatids. And fourth point, sister chromatids being pulled towards the opposite pole. They are looking like bunch of the bananas. So like this way, bunch of bananas they are looking. Distal canopies are looking like that of the bunch of the bananas. So fourth step we are going to study, and that one is there. Third one anaphase, and fourth one is there telophase. So next phase is there fourth one is there step number fourth, step number or stage number 4 you can say. So telophase. First we'll take draw diagram, and then we'll take explanation. Okay, so in the telophase, two nucleus we are going to show. Here one nucleus, here one nucleus. In this, chromosomes will show 1, 2, 3, 4. So names will give centriole, centriole, centriole. Here will be nucleolus. Here also will be centriole. Nucleolus. And these are chromosomes. This one is the chromosome. This one is also chromosome. So which changes takes place in the telophase, that one we have to study. In that first change is there, this stage, this telophase is opposite to the prophase. This telophase is there opposite to the prophase. All changes takes place, all event takes place, occurs opposite to the prophase. So if you are understanding prophase clearly, you can write telophase. So first thing is there, this phase is exactly opposite to the prophase. This phase is exactly opposite to the prophase. So which changes will take place here? First change is there, chromosomes start to decondense. Chromosomes starts to decondense. Chromosomes start to decondense and becomes thin and thread-like. They become thin and thread-like. Sometimes they will become and also become invisible. Third one is there, nuclear membrane reappears. Nuclear membrane reappears or get formed. Reappears means get formed. So this nuclear membrane will get developed. This nuclear membrane will reappear, that means it will get developed. So here one nucleus is formed. This one is the one nucleus, and that one is also one nucleus. So how many nucleus are formed? Two nucleus are formed. Two nucleus are formed. So fourth point is there. In the fourth point, two nuclei are produced in the cell. Two nuclei are produced in the cell. Two nuclei are produced in the cell. So, and the fifth point is the nucleolus reappears. This nucleolus is also reactive, or it will get formed. It will get formed, and in this way, karyokinesis is completed in 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So, in all these 4 stages, or all these 4 steps, karyokinesis get completed, and during the karyokinesis, two nuclei are produced. Two nuclei are produced. So one more time we will repeat this one. After the drawing diagram, we will repeat all. So next term we are going to learn, and that one is their cytokinesis. Now here karyokinesis over, cytokinesis we are going to learn. Mitosis, it occurs in 2 stages: karyokinesis and cytokinesis. And second stage we are going to learn, that one is the cytokinesis. So what is meant by cytokinesis? Cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. Cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm, and that cytoplasm get divided, and 2 daughter cells are produced. In case of the animal cell, at the center notch is produced, and that notch deepens, and 2 cells get separated. And in case of the plant cell, exactly at the equatorial plane, exactly at the middle, cell plate is formed, and because of that 2 cells get separated. So we'll see in the cytokinesis, division of cytoplasm takes place. Division of cytoplasm takes place. Second thing is there, 2 daughter nuclei. 2 daughter nuclei are produced. Produced or get separated. 2 daughter nuclei are produced, or they get 2 daughter cells, you can say. 2 daughter cells are produced. 2 daughter cells are produced. And in telophase we also get 2 daughter nuclei are produced. So third one is there. In that third, in animal cell, during cytokinesis, a central notch is produced. Notch is formed. Central notch is formed. It deepens, and 2 cells get separated. 2 cells get separated. So like this way. Suppose you will see like this, and here centrally notch is produced. Notch is produced or formed, and this notch goes on deepening. It deepens, and here from here 2 cells get separated. Here will be 1 nucleus. Here will be 1 nucleus, and in that Here nucleolus, centriole, centriole is there, and thread-like chromosomes are there. So 2 cells will get from here. 2 cells will get formed. This one is there in case of animal cells. Plant cell. In plant cell, during cytokinesis, cell plate is formed at the middle, and two cells get separated. So for this also we will show diagram. Suppose here one nucleus is formed, chromosomes are there, thread-like chromosomes, centriole will be there, and here nucleolus, and from here cell plate is formed, and because of this cell plate one cell is produced and another cell is also produced like this way. So cytokinesis is the last step in the mitosis. And after this, next thing we have to learn, and that one is the importance of mitosis. Importance of the mitosis. Importance of mitosis, or you can say significance also you can say, merit also you can say, advantage also you can say. Advantage, importance, significance of that particular mitosis. So first advantage is that growth of the body takes place. First advantage, growth of the body takes place. Growth of the organism or body takes place. Second advantage is that wounds or injuries get healed. Wounds or injuries get healed. Healed means cured. Third one is there. Formation of blood cell takes place. Formation of blood cells takes place. So inside our body, blood cells are produced again and again, because we have seen RBCs, their lifespan is 120 days. So these RBCs are produced again and again inside our body, and for the production of these blood cells, mitosis is necessary. So these are the advantages of mitosis. Growth of the body takes place, wounds or injuries get healed, cured, and formation of blood cell takes place. Okay, and diagrammatical I will show representation of that particular all 4 stages. So like this, all 4 stages you can show diagrammatically. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. In short, I will tell. In prophase, chromosomes they start to condense, nuclear membrane start to disappear, and chromosomes are appearing along with sister chromatids. And centriole, it duplicates. Centriole also get duplicate. and nuclear membrane start to disappear, and nucleolus also start to disappear. In the metaphase, centriole move towards the opposite pole, that chromosomes are brought to the equatorial plane, spindle fibers are produced, and centriole is there, centromere is there, and next thing is there. In case of metaphase, nuclear membrane completely disappear, nucleolus also completely disappears. In the anaphase, splitting of centromere takes place. Splitting of that particular centromere takes place from the middle, and these sister chromatids are pulled towards the opposite pole. Downward, that one, these are pulled in upward direction. Upward, these are pulled in downward direction. Centriole is there, chromatids moving upward towards opposite poles, and chromosome fibers. Telophase, in that two daughter nuclei are produced. Nucleolus is there, centriole also reappears, nuclear membrane is formed, and like this way two daughter nuclei are produced.